soon-to-be newlyweds were about to begin their life together when they received news no one wants to hear. Though heartbreaking and bittersweet, this couple's story ends with an adorable bow on it.
Ready?
I got it in a long time, Dad.
Carolyn Yoho was excited to start kindergarten, but her journey to that milestone was quite different than most children her age. Carolyn's mother, Laura, and her father, Nate, were both personal trainers and the picture of health.
If you were to take a step back and observe this, you wouldn't know that anything's wrong.
If I'm ever having a bad day, if I just work out as hard as I can, then I'm good to go.
In 2011, the couple received a devastating diagnosis.
I found out that I have a tumor, a brain tumor. It's very, very bad. It's very serious, I guess you could say. There's only about a 5%, or I would say 2 to 5% that you're gonna be okay. We've pretty much done everything that you possibly could right now. 3 surgeries, brain surgeries, and I've done 4 different chemotherapies, and I've done 2 different radiation.
Though the couple kept hoping, and Laura credited her physical health with her ability to live past the 18 months the doctors had given her, Laura died in July 2013.
She knew that it was getting worse, and I could tell all of her family and everybody she was close to was there.
Typically, obituaries are meant to summarize a person's life, but Laura's had a little something extra: the reveal of a daughter yet to be born. She is survived, it read, by her husband Nate and her daughter Carolyn, due to be born through surrogacy.
She said, hopefully someday Nate and I will be able to have a child. And I said, well, if you ever have any trouble carrying a child, you know, I've done it twice. I know I can do it again. I'd be more than happy to do it for you.
What the couple didn't know was that before Laura had even asked, Kara Stetson, Laura's childhood best friend, had been preparing to help grant her final wish.
Said, I've been going to the doctor and preparing myself for the past year, knowing that I was going to carry this baby, and we were just like, wow.
I really meant that, and so we cried and hugged and decided right then, I'm like, I'm ready, let's get this going.
Laura was able to live long enough to see her baby's first ultrasound and learn the baby was a girl. At her baby shower, she was surrounded by people she knew would love her daughter even after she was gone.
She said, you know, whatever happens, happens. A baby is a joy to all, no matter what. And I thought, you know what? And that's why I loved her so much. She knew exactly what to say. And I said, that's right. There's nothing bad that could come out of your baby being here.
Carolyn's birth was nothing short of emotional, to say the least.
Oh my gosh, yay! Congratulations, Dad. She looks good.
Oh. I can tell the look on Nate's face, everything's okay. Oh, I just got a piece of Laura back just now. Oh, I got part of my daughter back right now. It's awesome.
The comparisons to the mother she'd never meet were immediate.
There she is.
Yeah, this is it.
Nate knew that life as a single dad would be difficult, but with all the help he had from friends and family, he knew one thing would be clear for little Carolyn.
She's going to know how hard her mother tried to be there for her.
By her first birthday, it was already clear Carolyn had inherited her mother's tenacity, among other things.
She'll fall over and over and over again and not cry and still do anything she can to get through a gate or get up the stair. There's a lot of resemblance, especially from the nose down. It gives you chills, and it's pretty cool to see.
By then, Nate's parents had moved in with him to help him care for his daughter while he was opening his own gym. But even with all that support, he knew he still had a tough talk ahead of him.
What little girl doesn't want to know what her mom's like, you know? It's up to me to get her through that and have her understand and, you know, get her to know her mom as best she could, and she tried to be here and we did everything possible, and she did love her even though she never met her.
And now at 5.5, Carolyn reminds her father of his late wife every day.
Her and Laura have the same eyes, and the mouth are pretty similar too. When you see it, it's like, whoa, you know, that was her right there. I never met, didn't know a thing, so it's really cool to see those just natural things come out in her.
Like when she falls at the playground.
She still gets back up and with a smile on her face, and it's kind of in the same story of Laura, you know, battling with her cancer.
And although Carolyn says she's nervous about the next phase of her life, like her mom, she has a plan.
Just pretend I'm a princess.
What princess?
Princess Peach.
From?
Mario.
So now you're ready to go?
Yeah, I think.
We're ready.
This remarkable story is one that KCCI reporter Eric Hansen has been following since nearly the beginning, quite literally spanning Carolyn's entire life. We spoke with him to find out the latest on the family.
Carolyn is in kindergarten 5 years after she was born and doing very well. It's been a true gift to be able to be trusted to tell this story because this is a special emotional story that is really personal for this family. In fact, I met Laura and Nate 7 years ago now when I was able to first tell their story of Laura's battle with cancer. At the time, she had a tumor the size of a lemon in her head. She told me she was given a 3% chance of survival, which I couldn't believe. And then it was about 9 months later that I got a call that Laura had passed away. The family was thanking me for giving them the gift of a slice of life that they could keep. So then to be trusted the second time to come to the hospital and be there at those moments when Grandpa and Grandma were meeting their grandchild for the first time, those are special, almost holy moments that we were trusted to be in the middle of. And it's a true honor to be given that backstage pass to their life.
How did they come up with the name Carolyn? Was it an homage to the surrogacy?
It's not a mistake that her name and her surrogate mom's name is the same. That was a decision that Laura was in on before Carolyn was born. They knew that this relationship was a special one. They knew that they wanted Carolyn to really know where she came from after a while. And they knew the tremendous gift that Kara had given. So yes, it's no mistake that Carolyn is her name, named after Kara, her surrogate mom.
Do Kara and her children have a relationship with Carolyn?
They have a relationship and they see each other as often as they can, but it's not a daily thing or a weekly thing. It's a strong bond that was created because of Laura and Kara's relationship dating all the way back to kindergarten and second grade. At the same time now, it's a little bit more of a challenge to get together, but Kara is confident that she gave them the gift of life, and it's an unspeakable gift over the years. And now to see that relationship grow is really special.
How much of Laura's story is Carolyn aware of now that she's a little bit older?
Carolyn has seen pictures, obviously. She's seen the video. She's seen our story. And so she's starting to ask those questions. At the same time, being home with Grandma and Dad a lot, there haven't been a whole lot of exposure to, hey, what I'm going through isn't exactly normal of everyone else. What she's used to is what she's used to. They're not going to hesitate telling her that story of her birth. At the same time, she's only in kindergarten. So she's starting to understand that her story is a little bit different than others, but she doesn't know all of the story.
Are there any other ways they have honored Laura?
The family is constantly remembering Laura, even though it's been now 7 years since I first told her story here in central Iowa. And watching almost for ways that Carolyn is mirroring her mom, who she never met. Obviously, she's only about 6 years old, but they can start to see little glimmers of personality, of persistence. Plus, if you just look into her eyes, you can really see that she is kind of a mirror copy of her mom.
Do you have any parting words about this story or your experience that you want to share with our viewers?
It is just such a true slice of life, a story of generosity. And to be able to share this with our viewers has truly been an honor. I'm so grateful that the Yohos and Kara and her family trusted us to tell this story, not only once or twice or 3 times, but 4 times now over the last 7 years. We've been following this, and our viewers have really been impacted by it.
If you liked this story, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Stitch, for the latest episodes. I'm Alexandra Stone. Thanks for watching. Click here to watch our latest episode and make sure to subscribe.